to the Artist Behind the Music Australia series. Today we have Ben Ransom joining with us all the way from Australia where the sun is shining. Welcome, Ben.
Hello, how are you, Crystal? And thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. I'm great, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. It's been a crazy year. And now that we're sort of, it looks like we're heading out of lockdown and all that kind of stuff, things are picking up. Gigs are starting to creep back in. The live music scene is starting to pick up. And so hopefully 2021 is much better than 2020.
No kidding. You guys are giving us hope over here in North America. You've shut down over your winter months, which was our summer, and now you guys are able to kind of function again as a regular society with zero COVID.
Yeah. What a crazy situation. I do feel for, all the artists out there. I'm lucky I've had some things to fall back on, which is good. A lot of people struggled and, because music was their only source of income. But we sort of, worked our way through it, and with the summer, and it's shaping up to be a beautiful summer. I think we're doubly good. So I'm sending lots of love and luck to you guys over there to get through the winter, and the time spring rolls around, you'll be in good shape.
I'm hoping so too. I just keep looking at what's happening over there, and I'm like, you know what, we're gonna be good. If Australia's good, we're good. The future is friendly. So let's chat a little bit about your music career and how you got started in music, what your path is like, and the why behind your music.
Yeah, well, I always enjoyed music, always wanted to sing, and it wasn't until I was about 15 that I actually picked up a guitar. I'm still trying to learn that. But in band, I don't know, it was just something I just wanted to do. It was just in me, and played in bands all throughout school. And then after school, Mum and Dad weren't terribly supportive, but whilst they were, supportive of the fact that I was listening to lots of different types of music and lots of different influences coming from them, having a career in music was never an option. And they were like, you've got to go to university and do a degree. And so I kind of put music on the side after school and went to university and finished my degree. But then after that, decided to sort of go out and explore the world, and went over to London, went and lived in London for a couple of years. And from then on, I just sort of, that was it. Music was going to be it. And I came back to Australia and started focusing on playing and performing, and whilst I was in London, I managed to get a residency in these chain of Australian pubs. And I don't know if you guys, if yourself, have been in any of these crazy pubs over in the UK and Europe, but people go wild. It's like a B&S ball, which is I don't know. Are you familiar with B&S balls?
No.
It's basically like when all the country people get together and just go wild. Okay. It's crazy time. And so all these venues, all these live music venues and all these shows that we were doing, very, energetic, and everyone's drinking and having a good time. And that was the vibe of the music that I was doing. And so when I came back to Australia, I started thinking I was going to do music full time. That's everything, and the only thing that I wanted to do. And then a couple of years later, I started to get into, performing, because I was solo at this point. Yeah. While I was traveling, it's easier to just sort of perform solo because you don't have to rely on a band. Right. And so sort of got back into bands and performing and recording all our own music, and put a whole bunch of songs down in the studio that had been working on throughout that trip. And one of them turned into a single, and then it was actually quite a successful single here in Australia. And then from then on, sort of, pushed me into the country genre, or the country rock genre. and that's kind of how we are here today, 3 albums later, and a bunch of songs and stuff that have done quite well.
Yeah, that's so great. It's so cool to see and to know that when you stay really just convicted to your path and your vision, things just happen because that they have to because you keep putting things out there, right?
Yeah, that's right. And it's a tricky industry. And I think you have to do it because you love it. For anyone that thinks that the music industry is about fame and fortune, you're completely wrong. It's about music, your love for the music, and getting your music out there to people. So, yeah, I love it. It's been fantastic. And I can't wait to see what happens in the future.
Right, me too. I'm so curious to what the future has in store for us all. What would you say the hardest or the most challenging part of being a musician in the industry would be?
Uh, Not giving up,
Mm,
because for every little step forward you take, there's 10 steps back,
yeah,
or for every little bit that you climb up, you fall down the run. I don't know. There's lots of analogies for it, but finding that not giving up is a really tricky thing, because financially and emotionally, it's extremely challenging. And that's why I think it comes back to your love for the music. You've got to do it because you love it. That way, I think you'll be happy in the music industry.
yeah, for sure. What kind of tools do you have in your toolbox to kind of navigate through those ups and downs and feelings that come up when you kind of want to stop, but you keep pushing forward? How do you keep that drive?
I think it comes back to the fans and the live performance. The business side of things is really tricky. It is part of what you need to sort of deal with if you're in the music industry. But once again, playing live and performing for people and having that interaction with the fans is the thing that keeps you coming back.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. Would you say that's the thing you love the most about the industry is the
Yeah, the just the feeling of live performances, that energy is, I think, for me, the most enjoyable part of it all. And when we play in the band and stuff, it's big, full, live, energetic show, and we're all going a little bit crazy. And if you've seen the latest video, which I sent, I'm sorry I was a little bit late in
No, I
sending.
saw it. It was great. It was
Uh,
so
about a year
good.
Yeah, Ransom Hill, and that's kind of like the fun and energy that we like to put into the live shows. So, yeah,
Everybody go check out this video. It reminds you of what music was like pre-COVID, and it just makes you feel really happy. So
yeah,
happy and hopeful is how I felt watching that.
yes, yes, yes. Well, fingers crossed.
Yes, yes, it's coming soon. Coming soon. And what inspired with that song, bringing that na 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 na, like that hook into it?
Well, so we were experimenting with samples, and I'd written the song, and a lot of people do sort of mashups and things like that. It's very common in the in the pop genre, and it's not a new thing. It's something that's been happening for years and years and years, and these mashups and sampling and that kind of thing. In fact, I had an argument with a troll online about the fact that we were using a sample. But anyway, that's another story. It's a little bit of fun and inject a little bit of excitement into the track. We, of course, people would remember that that hook line from the Steams' 1969 classic "Na Na Hey Hey," and so we injected that in and around the track, and we got the rights from the publisher in the US, and that's how it all happened. Sort of dabbling and experimenting with samples, and it's a step away from what I usually do, but it was just a fun thing to do.
Yeah, isn't it cool when you kind of step outside your comfort zone and do something that maybe you wouldn't typically do? And to watch it have success and watch people be captivated by it, or even just like other people aside, just even just being really proud of yourself for doing
Yeah,
something outside of the comfort zone.
yeah, and I've seen a few bands around the place where they sort of mash up different songs, and it's just a lot of fun. It's got that DJ kind of feel to it. And, so yeah, it's just about having fun, having a good time.
Yeah, I love it. I love older songs and kind of re-bringing them back to life. With my Project Boy and Girl, we did that with the song "Waiting for a Star to Fall." Do you remember that song?
I haven't heard that one, but
Oh, it's so good. I don't know if you saw the movie Three Men and a Little Baby.
yes, yes, yes,
Just
yes.
one of my favorite movies. And at the end of the song was like, "Waiting for a star to fall." That
Oh yeah, yes.
so
Okay,
we took
now I know.
that piece of the song and threw it into one of our songs. So good.
Yeah, well, it's great, and I think you know the testament of good song is a song that stands the test of time, and there's so many fantastic songs from days gone by, and people get so hung up on uh, modern music and things. But I think if you look to the past, it's just some amazing songs that definitely still translate in today's music scene. And so doing things like that, sampling and mashing things up and bringing old songs back it's a wonderful thing.
So fun. It is fun. And it just also gives like that memory for people. Now people will hear your song and be attached to not only the new version, but the old feeling that they had when they heard the na na na, like that part. Like when I heard it, it just brought me back to this feeling of like, yeah, like it just made me feel really good. So
That's right.
kudos. It's very, very well done. Very well
Super
done.
thing.
Yeah. What is the best advice you've ever received?
Never give up.
Mm.
Yeah, never give up. And that's a little bit like what I was saying earlier, trying to sort of push through when you feel like giving up. Just never give up. There was this great cartoon, and I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a stork, and it's swallowing a frog, and the frog has got its um, little hands wrapped around the stork's neck, choking the stork while he's stuck in the stork's beak. And the slogan is "Never give up." And I love that cartoon, and I subscribe to that, and I keep thinking of that every day. Every day, waking up, never give up.
I even have to look that
Oh,
up.
send it through. I'm sure I'll find it and I'll send it through to you because it's hilarious.
That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. I love little references like that that just remind you of certain things. Who are your top 3 artists you're listening to right now?
Well, there's a guy in Australia called Jimmy Barnes. I don't know how popular he is over in the Northern Hemisphere, but sorry, lost you there for a
Oh,
bit.
that's
I
okay.
don't.
You're
I'm
back.
back.
Welcome back. Just a magic trick.
Glitch in the matrix. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, a guy called Jimmy Barnes. Been listening to a lot of Rob Thomas lately from Matchbox 20. And last year, we were fortunate enough to open for Tim McGraw, who was touring Australia, and so there's 3 people there that sort of get a lot of inspiration from, and it's more not only the songwriting and the songs, but also their stage performance that are watching as well.
Yeah, there's something about watching other musicians and how they perform that's just as interesting to me as listening to the music, is watching the
Yeah.
performance. I love that. That's awesome.
You know who I absolutely love? I mean, you're in Canada, right? You got
Yeah.
some amazing artists that come out of Canada, and Brian Adams is just one
Oh,
of my all favorite singer songwriters and performers. And when I get over to Canada, I've been over there once. I've been to Vancouver, but I'd love to get back and go out and see more Canadian music, because it's fantastic artists over there.
There really are. And there's some fantastic artists over in Australia too. It's so cool as they start exploring more and more artists in different countries. There's just so much talent out there that's not worldly known, but equally as amazing. So it's really fun to explore different countries and the music that they have within that. But when you come to Canada, let me know. You're welcome anytime as soon as we open up again.
I'll bring some sunshine.
Amazing. We would love that. We would love that. Well, I would love to hear you sing and perform for us if you're ready to rock.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little acoustic song. This is a little road tripping song. And because most of the stuff that I do is sort of, with a full band and wild, crazy, jumping around and stuff. So this is actually a little acoustic song.
Nice.
That time, that's what you always say, chasing down memories. After a bottle of wine, you were grinning from Italy. And it started when our song came on the radio. It's funny how these little things make you think of all those times back in yesteryear. Then you said to me, the timing's the key, and it's how it's meant to be. I can tell you no lie, this crazy life was better than anything I thought it would be. So right out of Tennessee, head out to that crystal coast, and I'll be adding this to the things that I remember most. You can smile when you think of me with tears of joy I really hold. Because you're one of a kind. Thank you and I love you so. We keep on talking how the world is at our feet. Funny how it all worked out. We filled out book and song, the feeling here gone down. Ooh, and you know you drive me crazy when you shake it for me, baby. There ain't ever any doubt that we'll be living it up, and we're living each day right now. So come on, ride out of Tenfield, head up to that crystal coast, and I'll be adding this to the things that I remember most. You can smile when you think of me with tears of joy I really hold. Because you're one of a kind. Thank you and I love you so. You're one of a kind. Thank you and I love you so. Oh, yes, I love you so.
Woo!
That was called One of a Kind, sorry.
I love that. Such high energy. Feels good.
Yes, well, it's early in the morning and I've had one coffee, so imagine if I had two.
I don't know. What happens at 9 at night?
I fall in a heap.
Yeah. That's the end. What is a tool that you like to use to push through fear?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe ignorance. I don't know. I don't know. Just do it. Have you seen? Is it Shia LaBeouf? He did a little video. It was quite funny. Called "Just Do It." If you Google that, and it's like a little sort of 3-minute thing of him just going, "Just do it, just do it." It's It's crazy. I'm sure he was having a fun time. Sorry, there's there we go. A little glitch crept in there again. I'm sorry that's happening. I'm
Oh,
not
it's
sure
all
why.
good. You know what? It's adding video effects, so I don't even have to
Oh,
edit that in.
yeah, but yeah, no, just pushing through, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I like it. We'll have to check out that cartoon, and we'll have to check out this Just Do It video. Giving us an
Right.
arsenal of motivational things to follow. That's amazing. And when you're songwriting, where do you get your inspiration from?
Oh, yeah, I haven't done a lot of co-writing. I've done a lot of writing songs myself, you know, traveling on the road, and you sort of got a lot of time to think to yourself, and inspiration comes from just travels, adventures, life, love, you know, all that kind of thing. And quite often I think, you know, something will pop in your mind. Like I'm not one of those songwriters that can sit down and just go, oh, okay, let's write a song. It's something that, you know, I sort of add to and build along the way once I come up with an idea or something. So,
More introspective.
yeah, it just, it's a lot of my songs are personal experience songs.
I was gonna ask that too. Would you say most of them are your own stories, or do
Yeah,
they branch out?
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Cool. It's always like nice to hear where the inspiration comes from behind the songs that are created, because everybody's so different. Some people only write about, you know, false stories, and some people only write about themselves, or it's just different all the time. So it's fun to hear the story behind the song.
That's right, yeah. And
Yeah.
I do like stories in songs. I find, you know, have you ever had, you know, people ask you, oh, how do you remember lyrics to songs and stuff? And I think for me, it's because of, you know, you're following a storyline, and once you know the storyline, that's how you. Well, for me, that's how I remember, you know, lyrics to songs and stuff. So I don't know. What do you?
Yeah,
How do
no, I
you?
love that. I'm kind of the same way. As just, I honestly, actually, I see the story. That's kind of the first thing. I'm like, okay, what's the song about? And then it kind of imprints in my mind. But I don't know what happened. Like, I have the worst memory in life. Like, generally speaking, I don't remember things. And I have like hundreds of songs in here, and they've just like, they're just there, and like it's all just in my brain. It's just the weirdest thing. It just like stamps itself inside of me.
I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? Yeah.
It's so crazy. And I don't know about you, but have you ever had an experience where you're performing and all of a sudden you're just like thinking about your grocery list and like everything else you have to do, but you're running around on stage and singing every word?
Yeah, yeah, and there's no shortage of you know, extracurricular things to think of, you know, with our children, and you know, everything that's going on. And you're right, you know, grocery lists, and you know, school uniforms, and running around after work, and you know, there's no end of stuff that pops into your brain right at the wrong time. Yeah.
How do you get back to the present when that happens on stage?
Oh, just sort of once again
Fresh.
interact with the crowd, and then it's like brings you back to like what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. That's the same thing with me. It's like that starts happening. I just look at someone. I'm like, connect. Okay, we're present again.
Yes. Or you turn around and look at the band, and they're looking at you going, what's going on in your brain?
Yeah, you're like, it's a later story. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'd love to hear one more song if you have one for us.
Yeah. Um, we'll do a love song.
Perfect.
I had friends that got married, and I had to write a song for their wedding. So that's what this song is. It's called The Wedding Song.
Okay.
Yesterday I was half a man, and now I'm glad to say I believe that in you. I see the other half on me. I wish that I had more than all this. A simple words to say. That I love you until and past my dying day. 'Cause you're around when I'm falling down, when it's cold and gray. You're my light and my clarity. You are more than everything to me. I wish that I had more to give to you today. I will love you until and past my dying day. I'm not alone anymore, and I'm flying higher than before. 'Cause yesterday I was half a man, and I'm glad to say that I love you until and past my dying day. I will love you till and past my dying day.
Oh, nice harmonic. Very nice, very nice. Do you find you're typically drawn to writing faster songs or slower songs?
Oh no, fast ones I can write.
You just got to get that energy out of you.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of slow ballady songs. It's more, you know, going crazy, having a good time. Yeah,
I
but I love. My biggest fan of, like, you know, soppy love songs. I love them. It's great, and nice, gentle, you know, beautiful music. I love all that. But just performing, I think, it's like incidental exercise. I don't play sports or you know, anything like that. So I get my exercise running around and being an idiot.
I like that. I love being on stage and having high energy songs. I find for me, naturally drawn to write slower songs, but for performing, I want to only sing for the majority of my show high energy, fun, dancing songs. Just feels good when you're on stage.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I love that. But all music is beautiful in its own form. We just got to stay authentic to who we are as performers, I think, right? And that can always change too on this crazy journey of music.
Yes, that's right.
Well, it's been so great having you on the show, chatting, hearing a little bit more about your story. I look forward to checking out these little inspirational clips of comedy things and videos. Yeah.
And thank you. I apologise for a bit of a false start a week or two ago, and it
We're
was
all
so
good.
nice to chat to you, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, of course. I'm so happy to have you on here. I always love to end these conversations with the question, if you had one message to share with the world, what would it be?
Try Ben Ransom beef jerky.
For real? That's yours?
It's only available in Australia at the moment, but
Oh,
you know, Harry, are you?
no.
But you are into beef jerky. Some Ben Ransom. And maybe we'll do a maple syrup and Canadian whiskey flavour, and we'll send some over.
That would be amazing. So is that what you do? You make beef jerky? Is that what is?
Oh,
Tell me more
well,
about this.
when we got locked down and everything, and didn't know what to do, I started making beef jerky.
It's just so random.
Yeah. So what did you get out of it? Well, I got gout, and anyway, yeah.
Gout and beef jerky and a smile. You're winning.
Thank you.
Can people order this beef jerky internationally?
Oh yeah, I'll send it over. No worries at all. Yeah.
All right. And where can we find how to order this?
I love all the digital platforms and social media things where, Facebook and all that kind of stuff, and Instagram, because you can get to meet and chat to people. I'm not into the whole, crazy side of it. I like the fact that connectivity, you're able to sort of, chat to people like we're doing now, and people like we're doing now. And so through the website, benransom.com, and Instagram and Facebook and all of that, you can certainly order a pack and buy music and everything. I think we're selling bass players and drummers as well, if you're interested. Packaging is a little bit more expensive, but yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, check it out, benransom.com, and get everything you need. Thanks so much, Ben. We'll chat with you soon.